Hello there, Oats here from Oats Production. Today I want to show you how I made my simple Godot water shader. We start with this simple scene. I have again two tile maps and a moving character. In my tile map I have two water tiles, one with a wave and one just clear water. I made an auto tile from these two tiles. Now I added a bit mask to the tiles. Both have the same bit mask. This will help me drawing these tiles. Then I added the priorities of the auto tiles. I want the normal water tile to be drawn more often than the wave water tile. That's why I gave the normal water tile a bigger priority. Now let's draw a simple lake. Now you can see the effect of the priorities. The wave tile will be displayed only sometimes. Let's move to the interesting part. We add a new shader material to the water tile we have. We use again a canvas item shader since we are in 2D. This time we use a fragment shader. A fragment shader will use the code inside the function on each pixel individually. What do we want? We want to move the wave pixels left and right periodically. We will again use the UV constant. Here you can see what the UV is. It represents the texture with its four corners. See, the UV now works for both tiles. These tiles combined makes the texture. This we will use. We want each pixel to move a bit right and then a bit left. We will manipulate the color of the pixel. The color can be calculated when we use the texture built-in function. This calculates the color of this pixel by using a texture and the UV, so we know which color the pixel will have. Then we will use the texture constant, which is also built in, and the UV constant. Now we see that nothing changed. This is good. We haven't really done something. We said that the shader should determine the color by using the texture and grabbing the area defined from the UV. Now if we move the UV periodically around, this will change. For that we make a custom function which returns a vector 2 and takes two inputs, the time and floats and the UV and vector 2. Now we will return just the UV. We add this function into our fragment shader. Again, nothing happens, but this is also okay since we do the same thing as before. We want to move the water periodically around. This sounds like we need the sin of time again. This we will use and add the sin of time times the vector 1.0. This vector describes the direction we want to move. Boom, now we see something. Let's look per pixel what happens here. We have this random pixel. We will move this pixel in the x direction since our vector 2 is defined only to move in the x direction since y is 0. We see what happens. The pixel moves left and right. Do not forget the shader works on every pixel. Now let's see how it looks like for all pixels combined. It also looks like when we go outside the texture to the left or the right, the texture will be wrapped around. But this is a bit too much. Let's add some parameters to influence the shader. We add a speed constant and an amplitude parameter. I set this value and results should look like this. Thanks for watching.